The bond that I know has changed absolutely dramatically. It's hard to wrap your head around it. It's like the beginning part of New York City. It has changed so much, so fast. It's just truly remarkable. Overall, I think just the experience of coming here and seeing the changes that have evolved over the years and just how much effort has gone into making this city so great and so expansive so quickly. Peter, yeah, man.
Very good to see you here.
You too, brother.
Must have changed a lot since you were up here last.
It has. I'm sure they will. Said, pleasure. You got it.
Good to see you.
You got it. Thank you. All right, I'll see you.
Well, it must have brought back a few memories being up on that helipad. I think it was back in '04 that you hit that iconic shot that's been shown around the world so often, and here we are 13 years later.
My main goal was to try and hit the helicopter that was flying around. And I came close a couple times, but it was one of those things where it was a lot of fun doing it.
The leadership here is truly visionary. They encourage change.
They think outside the box, and they're thinking ahead. Very modern thinking.
These guys, I guess, are getting tougher to beat, aren't they?
Now all these guys can move it. Well, don't forget now, you can get away with hitting the ball off center. You couldn't get away with mishitting a golf ball before. It wasn't important to hit the ball hard. It was more important to hit the ball flush. That ball spun so much and curved offline so much. Now these kids teed up like this and just forward and just go after it.
Isn't this beautiful?
This is gorgeous, isn't it?
Gorgeous. Weather, the sea.
Oh, yes, sir.
Beautiful.
I need to work on my tan. I miss playing here. I miss this. I miss playing here. I miss being here. It's been a while since I've been, one, fit enough to play.
You know, the last 18 months must have been really frustrating for you. The whole world of golf is delighted to see you back competing.
It was tough. I mean, Peter, it was more than brutal, because there were times when I physically didn't know if I could get out of bed. And there were times when I needed help just to get out of bed. It was one of the hardest things to wrap my head around. I had a lot of great people around me to help keep my spirits up. And two of the most important people in my life kept my spirits up every day, and my kids.
Was there a time when, you know, despair took over and you thought, I'm never going to get back out there again?
Yeah, no, there has been plenty of times when I thought I would never play the game at the elite level. You got to put in the legwork, you got to get in the gym, you got to hit balls, you got to refine your game, not make dumb mistakes out there on the golf course. In order to do that, you got to play a lot. And I couldn't play. And, playing, once every 3-4 weeks, that's not going to cut it. And there were a lot of times when I didn't think I was going to make it back.
How do you feel now?
I feel good, not great. Granted, I don't think I'll ever feel great because it's 3 back surgeries, 4 knee operations.
You must always wonder, I guess.
I'm always going to be a little bit sore. It's just the way it is. But as long as I can function at a good enough level, then I'm fine with that.
Looking forward to the season, the majors, I know are very important to you. The Masters isn't too far away, early April.
Yeah, the whole plan was to get my body, mind and spirit ready for that first full week in April.
Yeah.
I've done it 4 times, and I would love to do it a 5th.
Well, we all would. Great occasion, the Masters.
It is. It's the best.
But some new courses coming on stream. I think you're involved in designing at least one of them, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to be designing one here, a championship-type venue. I'm talking with them, how much of a championship venue do you want? Do you want something somewhat member-friendly, or do you want to actually design it So it's basically like Oakmont. Oakmont wing foot and just have it just tough.
And you think you can do both? Can you combine the two in one design?
I think you can, based upon tee locations and angles. I think you can do that, and bunker placements. If you move the tees around and line them up correctly, you know, the best person in the history of the game of doing that is Pete Dye.
Oh, absolutely.
He can make a simple golf course from the up tee. They're not really that simple, but they're pretty simple. But from the back tee, they're brutal. And he's the best at visually intimidating you. And that's how you can get to a lot of these top players, at visually intimidating them. Even though there's a lot of room out there, it may not look like it.
Yeah, I think it would be better too if a lot of the amateurs did go to the forward tees instead of trying to play too far back.
Well,
that would speed up the game.
The whole idea is nowadays, that's one of the reasons why I design my golf courses the way I design them, is try and design a golf course where you don't lose your golf ball. I mean, most people lose 12 balls a day, and it's not a lot of fun. And one of the more difficult things about the game of golf now is that the time of play it takes, and nobody can go without their cell phone for 5 minutes. And so it's trying to get them to put that away and them losing themselves in the game of golf again, and bringing families together and all ages together. It's a difficult job as an architect, but one that I'm trying to do my best at.
Back here to Dubai, though, you'll have seen a lot of changes in all the times you've been coming here,
Yeah.
and they're still happening.
It's crazy to see that there's two different skylines here. When I first came out here, there were two buildings there at number 8 that we used to aim at.
Absolutely.
You know, it looks like they're shaped like dumplings on top of the buildings.
Yeah.
And you pick you're going to cut one off of that one, or you're going to draw one off the other one. And that was your aim points. Now you have a whole skyline. Which one am I going to aim at?
Pick a skyscraper.
Exactly. For me, coming back here like this is what I grew up in. It's like Southern California. It's sun's out. It's warm all the time. And this is like Southern Cal to me.
And golf itself is still very, very strong here, very popular. The golf courses are, in my view, terrific.
Yeah, you know, and there's also a lot of players that live here and that come here and practice. Rory spends just a boatload of time here, you know, playing and practicing. The weather allows you to be able to practice all day, every day.
The weather is a great key to it, and the facilities have been built on that, and they're proving very popular at all levels of the game. Well, look, we wish you well in all those things, and it's great to see you here in Dubai.
Thanks, Peter.
We're not going to have you hit balls from up there, if you wouldn't mind. We'd
Done deal.
see you do it.
This is changing of the guard. My generation is getting older, but if I'm teeing up, the goal is to win it. And that doesn't change. Whether I'm injured, coming off an injury, or I'm playing well, or I'm playing poorly, if I'm in the event, it's to win the event. I know I've accomplished some pretty neat things over the course of my career, and I hope I can continue.
Thanks, Peter. Always fun. Your turn. Huh?
You're the guy doing the comeback.
Come on.
You're the guy doing the
Come
comeback,
on.
not me. I'll leave them to you.
Okay. Tomorrow morning.
Very good.
Done deal. Done deal.